Look, I'm just going to say it like this. It's time to get desperate. Seriously, it's time to get desperate. And not desperate in relationships, not desperate in finding what's next, not desperate in trying to be somebody or not desperate in what everybody else wants you to be or what you see on TV, what you see on social media. It's time to get desperate on yourself. In all seriousness, think about it. Look in the mirror. Look at what your life's been like for the last 5 years. Do you like it? Do you love it? Are you where you want it to be? If not, it's time to get desperate. Seriously, it's time to make a change. It's time to do something different. It's time to work a little bit harder. It's time to grind. It's time to take that leap of faith. It's time to take that next step. And if you like where you've been the last 5 years, that's great too. Honestly, shout out to you. But what would happen if you got a little bit more desperate? What would happen if you tried a little bit harder? What would happen if you took that extra call? If you took that extra step? If you weren't scared to go out there and try a little bit harder? If you decided to finally get in the gym? If you decided to apply for that job you've been waiting for? If you decided to call that person back? Call that family member? Call that friend you haven't talked to in a long time? It's time to get desperate. It's time to work on yourself. It's time to stop worrying about what the rest of the world thinks. We just got through a crazy election, right? Everybody's pointing the fingers this way, that way. What do you feel? How does she feel? How does he feel? What's he going to do? What are they going to do? What are we going to do? Oh my God, the end of the world is coming. The end of the world isn't coming just yet. Not yet. You woke up today. Ideally, you'll wake up tomorrow, and so forth. Now, what are you going to do? Are you going to sit back and do nothing, complain, talk about what could have been or what was, or if only I took that next step, or if only I tried a little bit harder, or if only I would have went to this place or called that person back? Or are you going to sit there and say, you know what? Today I'm going to work on me. Today I'm going to start in the gym. Today I'm going to wake up a little bit earlier. Today I'm going to get up off that couch. I'm going to stop moping around. I'm going to get off YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Netflix, whatever it is. Now, are you going to take that next step in life? Are you going to put down the donuts, the candy? Stop going to fast food? Buy those meal prep trays. They're 10, 12 bucks for a set of maybe 20. Or maybe they're 20 bucks for a set of 20. Who knows? Maybe you can get 12 for 10 bucks. Doesn't matter. Buy it. Meal prep. On that Sunday, you got nothing else to do. When you're watching football or while you're laying around, kicking back on the couch or sitting there playing video games, go bake some chicken. Make some vegetables. Do something to work on your health. Do something to where you can save money the rest of the week, where you're not spending money every night eating out. You know, where you're not wasting your health away on fast food. I love chicken wings. We all love chicken wings. We all love burgers and chicken sandwiches and French fries and all that stuff. But look at what it's doing to you. Do you feel good after eating it? Mentally, in the moment, yeah, you get all these endorphins and oh my God, it tastes good. But does it really taste good? Does it really look like the picture you saw on TV or the menu? Does it? Or is it just thrown together all sloppily? What if you made something yourself? What if you went in the kitchen and chopped it up and learned, went on YouTube and searched a new recipe, went on Google, searched a new recipe, went anywhere. TikTok, you can find these recipes for anything that you want anywhere. For a burger, pasta, anything healthy, chicken. Go do it. Be desperate with your health. Be desperate with your life. We only got one. I don't know how old you are now. I know how old I am now. I'm 35 years old. And I wish I did some of the things now 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 2 years ago, 3 weeks ago, to be honest with you. There's so many things that we could be doing on a daily basis that we just don't do because we're not desperate enough. We say we love ourselves. We say we don't care what other people think. But deep down inside, we kind of do. We kind of do what care people think. We're afraid of how we look when we wear that certain outfit. We're afraid to go to a reunion. Maybe we don't want to go out with friends. Maybe you're worried about how people are going to look at you. Right? It's feelings I think we all have. But if you're desperate enough, if you love yourself enough, if you care enough, and if you want to live and love and be happy and be successful and feel confident and comfortable, take that next step. It's easy. I like listening to a guy by the name of Jim Rohn. This guy, he talks about life and working on yourself and being valuable to the marketplace. And if you want to make more money, you have to work on yourself. If you want to be healthy, you can. It's easy. But instead of eating candy, eat an apple. Right? He says, getting rich is easy. Right? He says, waking up and going to the gym at 5 a.m. is easy. He says, saving money, it's easy. There's all these little things you can do. It's so easy to do. It is. Like, truly think about it. Think about this. You're going shopping, or, you're going to find what you want to eat. Or let's say you have your alarm set for 6 a.m., 5 a.m., whatever time it is. And that alarm goes off at 5 a.m. Waking up is easy. It is easy. You may be tired, right? You may not want to. Maybe you didn't go to sleep early enough the night before. But waking up is easy. Buying apples and fruit and pineapples, it's easy. Just as easy it is to buy that candy bar. Just as easy it is to sleep in late. It's easy to go to the fast food restaurant. But it's also easy to cook. The problem is, all these things that are easy to do, that we can all do on a daily basis, it's just as easy not to. It's easy to push snooze and sleep a little bit later. Right? It is. It's easy to wake up. You may not like to. You may not want to. Waking up isn't hard. The hard part is doing it consistently and saying, you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm not going to worry about that extra hour or 2 hours of sleep. I'm going to get up. It's easy. Open your eyes. You're awake. Roll out of bed. You're drowsy. Okay. But you're up. You're starting the day. You're doing something productive. Get down and do 10 push-ups for my men out there. Get down and do some sit-ups. Women too. Why not? Kids, everybody. We can all do these little things in our life that are so easy to do. We just choose not to because we feel like we psych ourselves into thinking that it's hard. Right? Because at the end of the day, just as easy it is to do, it's easy not to do. It's easy to be comfortable, lackadaisical, lazy, just sit there and be comfortable and not doing anything. And do that for a week, 2 weeks, turns into a month, 3 months, 6 months, a year, 2 years. Now look at yourself. Are you happy? Maybe. Maybe you're happy. But are where you really want to be? Do you have that body you want when somebody calls you and say, hey, let's go out. Let's go on vacation. Let's go to the beach. When that reunion comes about, when homecoming comes, are you ready for homecoming? Or you're like, oh man, let me start running. Let me do some push-ups. Let me do this, that, and the other to get myself ready. No. Do it now. Do it today. Do it tomorrow. Don't say I'm going to start Monday. Don't say I'm going to start Wednesday. I'll start meal prepping next week. I'll apply for that job tomorrow. I'll start writing again tomorrow. I'll do it in the morning. I don't feel like doing my laundry tonight. I'll do it tomorrow. I've had a long day. Let me just lay around and kick back and relax. We all have long days. We all kick back and relax. But get the work done first. Be desperate. You deserve it. You truly do. You deserve your desperation. Because the more desperate you are, the harder you work on you, the more love you have for yourself, the more confident and the happier you're going to be. And don't just love yourself. Don't just be desperate with yourself. Be desperate with your kids, with your friends, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, with your job. Go to work and don't just go to work and be like, well, I'm here. Let me clock in and just sit here. Clock in and work. Work hard. Get that work done early if you can. I'm not sure what kind of job you have. There's some jobs, if you get your work done, you can relax the rest of the day. And guess what? If you get your work done early, now you can work on your hobby. Now you can plan out the rest of your week. Now you can go to the gym earlier if you didn't get a chance to go before work. There's so many little things that we can do to make better use of our time, but we have to be desperate. You have to be consistent. I met a guy when I was in college, right? He had this tattoo on his forearm and it said consistency. And I was like, what is that? He said consistency. And I thought to myself, well, why? Like, what does consistency mean? And I'm not sure how he said it, but this is how I remember it. Consistency is key. And if you're out there and you're watching this, I think I told you that a few years ago, I was like, bro, I've never forgot when you said this to me. But it's so true. Consistency is key. You have to be consistent. The more consistent you are, the better your life's going to be. It really is. Consistency is key in any and everything that you do. Even if you're not the best at it. You may not be the best basketball player. You may not be the best writer. You may not be the best at your job. But if you're the most consistent and you work hard each and every day, well, maybe you will be the best. Maybe your consistency will pick up where you lack in certain areas of something. Maybe your consistency in the gym will get you that body you've always wanted. Maybe your consistency in the way you eat will have you feeling better than you've always ever felt before. You won't have that bloated feeling. You won't have that heartburn. You'll feel good. Maybe you'll make more money if you work in sales. I work in sales. The more consistent I am with my job, the better I'm going to do. The more money I'm going to make. And the more money I make because I've been consistent, I can buy nicer things. I can go on vacation. I can decide to indulge a little bit when I go out to eat. I can decide to buy those shoes I've always wanted to buy. I can buy that shirt, buy that chain, buy that bag, buy that new belt. Whatever it is, the more consistent you are, the better your life will be. But you have to find some sort of desperation. There's going to be a day and time in your life where you look back and be like, man, I really, really wish, I truly wish I would have done something just a little bit more. And you may have heard this before, not just from me, from a friend, a parent, a grandparent, a relative, a cousin, somebody you met, a coworker. And I said, man, I wish when I was your age, I would have did just a little bit more. You may look back 10 years from now and be like, I wish I would have started that podcast. I wish I would have started that social media page. I wish I would have made those videos. I wish I would have started writing again. I wish I would have started painting again. I wish I would have took that extra call instead of clocking out from work. There's so many things that we can look back on and say, you know what? I wish I did a little bit more. And even if you do any and everything you can, there may be a time where you still wish you did more regardless. But if you know you've given it your all, if you were consistent, if you were desperate, what can you say? What can you do? There's nothing to be upset about. You know you gave it your all. If you play sports, the coach would always say, leave it all on the field. Leave it all on the field. Give it all you got. I'm here to tell you now, please, give it all you got. We only have one life to live. We never know what's going to happen tomorrow. You truly don't. You really don't. There's so many things that we wish we would have done 5 years ago, 5 months ago, 5 weeks ago. The time is now. I hope y'all doing well. Hope you enjoyed this. I'm being desperate now. I'm working hard, trying to make as many videos as I can. I'm trying to refine my craft. I'm trying to work harder, trying to work on my health. As always, thank you for watching another episode of Voice Your Thoughts. If you liked the episode, please like it, subscribe, share with others. Let's get desperate together. Let's do what we can. Let's be the best us we can ever be. Remember, consistency is key.